An odd move for a president, but not for Donald Trump. His lawyer is issuing a cease and desist letter to Steve Bannon after he described Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting with Russians at Trump Tower as treasonous in a new book. But Bannon on his radio show this morning says he still stands by the president. Take a listen.
I don't care what Trump says. He would have never gotten in without you.
Let's go. Thank you for the kind words. And by the way, nothing will ever come between us and President Trump and his agenda. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about us and the MAGA agenda, President Trump. We're tight on this agenda as we've ever been.
What you didn't hear Bannon there say is that he takes back or was falsely quoted when talking about Trump's son and son-in-law. Joining us now to discuss this is Kurt Bardella, political commentator, former spokesman for Breitbart News, who recently left the Republican Party and joined the Democratic Party, and Keith Koffler, who wrote a biography of Steve Bannon called Bannon, Always the Rebel. All right, gentlemen, thank you for being with us this morning. Let's take on the main notion, okay, which is that Steve Bannon says that that meeting in Trump Tower was treasonous. Now, first, do we believe that that's what he means, Kurt Bardella? Is that what he wants people to think he believes?
Well, without question, he wouldn't have said it if he didn't mean it. One thing we know about Steve Bannon is he doesn't mince words. He doesn't speak poetically. He speaks bluntly. He speaks directly. And if that's what was reported, that's what was said, that was the intent. And let's just be honest. If that wasn't his intent, he'd be the very first person out there saying they got it wrong, Michael Wolff got it wrong, he'd be demanding retractions. They'd be sending a cease and desist letter to Michael Wolff if he felt that he was misquoted or misrepresented.
So, Keith, how do you square him saying, well, I'm with the president, he's a great man, with going after his son and son-in-law and saying that they committed a treasonous act?
Well, first of all, I think that he probably did say that, and I think he probably regrets it. Steve Bannon is not always as calculated as people think. He does make mistakes. He did say that around July or August, which was the time that he was sort of being moved out. I don't think he respects Donald Trump Jr. Incredibly, so it may be something that he would want to walk back now. But I think what we're seeing now is that, you know, Bannon has said this. You never know. Trump gets very angry at people. He brought Reince Priebus into his administration after Priebus basically tried to drum him out of the primaries. Anything could happen, and I think he's trying to stick close to the president, at least for now, and see what happens. He's playing it cool, and he may come out okay, and they may even reestablish their relationship.